Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC. When the right solution is Office 365 GCC High, and when you really need an Azure Virtual Machine environment. Let's dive into that one. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all of this DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So, alright, you've got control on classified information, or CUI, that you need to protect, and you're trying to figure out if Office 365 GCC High alone is enough, or if you need to take things up a notch with Azure Government Virtual Workstations, or VDIs, or virtual desktop, this or that. It's a bit like deciding if you should just bring a raincoat to the beach or if you should be setting up sandbags for, well, a heck of a tsunami. It all depends on what you're expecting to handle. First, let's talk about when Office 365 GCC High alone is the right choice. When your CUI is mostly in documents and email, if the CUI your business handles is mainly being shared through Word, Excel, Teams, and Outlook, then GCC High alone is usually enough. This setup is great for companies that mainly live in the cloud and don't have a lot of custom applications or complex systems to worry about. Think smaller businesses, usually. Think of it like using an umbrella. It covers the basics, keeps you dry, and is easy to manage. So with that in mind, again, if you're a smaller company, or if you just are only receiving small amounts of CUI, or all of your CUI is in Office documents, then you're probably good to go. So here's the checklist, right? No custom application requirements. If you don't have some quirky legacy line of business application or ERP system hanging around, GCC High can keep things simple without the need for VMs or virtual machines and all the patch management nightmares that come with them. Next, lower admin overhead. You get to skip the hassle of managing servers, patching systems, and worrying about virtual infrastructure. Plus, it can be more cost effective, kind of like skipping the line at Disney when you've got a fast pass. Why deal with the extra headaches if you don't have to? Let Microsoft do that. Lower risk of lateral movement. Keeping things just in GCC High reduces your attack surface. If you don't have to worry about servers getting poked at by the malicious actors, your risk is lower, like keeping the raccoons out of your picnic basket. Yeah. Now, when should you go with Azure Government Virtual Machines? Here's where things get a little bit more complex, but also more powerful. And by the way, if you're a small business, this might still apply to you. And if you're a big business, it might not, or vice versa. Honestly, what's interesting about this variety of solutions is it's not the size of the company that really matters, it's what you need it to do with your technology to handle CUI. So for Azure Virtual Machines, advanced or custom application hosting. If you've got custom applications, old school systems, or even an ERP system that needs to run on dedicated hardware or virtual hardware, VMs are your best bet. These are like the power tools of IT. Way more capable, but a bit more to handle. Stricter CUI isolation needs. If you need to separate different data flows or tightly control access to specific systems, VMs give you that granular control. This is like building a moat around your castle instead of just locking the door. And integration with other systems. If you've got complex IT environment with integrations into other on-premise systems or private APIs, you'll need the flexibility of VMs. This is where GCC High alone just won't cut it, because if you need to run custom applications, well, you can't do that in Office 365 GCC High. You're going to need virtual machines for your people to work off of and for those custom applications to run. Even if it's not custom, let's say it's an ERP system, and in the ERP system you have technical drawings and you have other kinds of CUI or even ITAR data that has to exist. Well, the reality is Office 365 probably isn't going to be able to handle that. Even GCC High, you're going to need an actual computing platform to run those applications, and that's where virtual machines really come in. As an example, if you have an ERP system and you have a large network that is not compliant, but you have a small amount of defense work, it might make a lot of sense to stand up a separate dedicated ERP system in the Azure Government Cloud with virtual machines. Now, you get a high control over security configurations. When you want to call the shots on firewall rules, access controls, and system hardening, VMs put you in the driver's seat. This is for the folks who like to have the thermostat exactly where they want it, not just somewhere around 70. High performance or specialized needs. If you've got an ERP system, how about a CAD system or machine learning models that need some serious horsepower? VMs can handle the heavy lifting. Think of it like swapping your bicycle for a bulldozer when you need to move a mountain. Network complexity or hybrid environments. If you're running a hybrid setup or need secure, low latency connections between on-premise assets and cloud, VMs are the way to go. So again, lots of flexibility here when you start moving into Azure Virtual Machines. Now finally, a hybrid approach can make sense if you want the best of both worlds. Office 365 GCC High for your standard document and collaboration needs, and Azure Virtual Machines for your more complex or resource-hungry applications. Again, things like ERPs or CAD or any kind of system where many users need to be able to do something with an application that's not Office 365. All right, folks, if you're still scratching your head about which way to go, don't worry. This is exactly what we're here to help clients figure out every day at On-Call Compliance Solutions. We are both Microsoft Cloud solution providers and we are big Microsoft partners. So whether you're just trying to stay out of compliance, jail, or you're looking to be the rock star of your defense contracting firm and finally eliminate that hardware layer that just keeps on failing and simplify what you have going on site, the good news is we've got your six. Or in non-military speak, we've got your back. So hey, at On-Call, we take defense contractors just like you who've had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR information security compliance stuff dropped in their laps like a seagull on a sunny day. And we teach you how to level up and be a proper on-call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. Now that's becoming an on-call compliance hero can do for you. If you're looking for more help getting compliant, our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit cmmccompliancesecrets.com or check out the description below for links to get help right now. If you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, smash the subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. Until next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. I'll see you on the next one.